Guys, yeah, it's still a little bit dark in here. Okay, now I want to add a little bit to my works video that I just did. Okay, this guy that I'm debating with, and he still does not agree with me after I just did the works video. So let me throw a couple more things out to add on to the works video. Okay, now just two examples, guys. Two examples that, once saved, always saved is where this all started. Okay, he believes that once you're saved, you're always saved. Okay, and that's how he threw in the works part, which he's still not getting. And again, I'm not picking on your brother. Bear with me. I'm not calling you stupid. I'm not calling you ignorant or anything else. It's just some people can see these things and some people can't. Okay, now listen to me. Okay, listen to this. Read the parable of the vine. Okay, the vine. Go find that. It's in the Bible. I don't know exactly where it's at. Go read the parable of the vine. Okay, it literally says that if you are on God's vine, okay, if you accept His word, if you accept Jesus Christ as His Son, you are now on the vine. Okay, go read it now. Go find it. Go read it. You're on God's vine. That means you're saved. Do we agree on that? Okay, we agree on that. Now, it says that if you do not produce fruit, if you do not grow, if you do not produce fruit, that God will cut you from the vine and you will be burned with the sticks and the branches below. Okay, so now you were on the vine with Jesus Christ and God. You were one. Okay, that means you were saved. And that scripture clearly says that God, if you do not produce fruit, that means that if you are not working to produce fruit, okay, you don't produce fruit by sitting in front of a TV or playing video games all day. Okay, how do you produce fruit towards God? Okay, you get up off your butt and you go do something for God that is going to honor God, that is going to honor His Son. Okay, you don't do that by sitting in your lazy boy all day and doing nothing. Okay, so now read the vine. It says that God will, He will cut you from the vine. After you're cut from the vine, guess what? You have just lost your salvation. Once saved, always saved? Absolutely not. Okay, so you're going against that scripture right there by saying that once saved, always saved is true. Now, let me give you another one. Okay, here's another one. Let's read the parable of the sower. Have you ever read that? Jesus taught to the crowds, to the multitudes, the parable of the sower. Okay, now let's read that together. That's in my memory, so I don't have my book here. I'm just going to have to go with what I remember. Some seeds, which is you and me, we're all seeds. Some seeds fell on the rocky ground. Okay, and they never took root. And they never grew. Okay, this is because Satan got a hold of them. So they don't want to hear about God. Okay, so now these are the seeds that fall on the rocky ground. They never take root. They never go anywhere, and they're done. They never grow. They never grow. Okay, like on the vine. Okay, so they're no good. Some seeds fell on the soil where they started to take root, and they grew a little bit. Okay, and they were choked out by the cares of the world or whatever, which is Satan, basically. Basically, if you go down the line, I can't remember exactly how many seeds, but I think it's like the second or third seed where it says some seeds were thrown on the ground and they fell into good soil, halfway decent soil. Okay? And these seeds accepted the word with gladness and joy. So in other words now, these are the seeds that accepted Christ, that accepted God with gladness and joy. That means they are saved at that point. And then it goes on to say, but the cares of the world overcame them, the lusts of the flesh and the money and the cares of the world and everything that Satan puts out there and does to them, which is Satan's job, by the way. So Satan overcame them and they produced no fruit. They didn't grow, and all the thorns came up, and all the weeds came up and choked them out, and they ended up dying, and they went into the fire. That's exactly what the parable of the seed reads. So in other words, let's go over that one more time. They accepted the word with gladness and joy. That means they were saved. They accepted God. Okay, at one point in time, they looked up and said, yes, I believe in you, God. I have faith in you, God. I accept you, God. So that means they're saved. Then the cares of the world overcame them, the money, the lusts of the flesh, and all the pleasures of the world, and Satan, and all these weeds came up and choked them out, and they died. Okay, they were worthless. And it actually says in that parable, Jesus said they were thrown into the fire with the rest of the weeds. Okay, so there you go again. Once saved, always saved is false, according to that parable. It shows you being saved, and it shows you can lose your salvation. Now that's just two more examples. I have 10 or 15 more that if I get my notes out, I can throw them up on you. But I'm not going to do that right now. I've already said enough. Okay, if you're not seeing it, you're not going to see it. I've been in a million debates. Okay, and I go in debates and we go around and around and around and around. 99% of all my debates, if I get into debates with people and they don't understand it and they argue with me and they can't see it, then they're not going to see it for some odd reason. So no matter what I show you, no matter how many scriptures I show you to prove what I'm trying to say, you're still not going to see it. Okay? Hopefully you do. But my experience is every time I get into a debate with somebody and they don't get it and they don't see it, then they're not going to. Okay? I don't know why. That's just how it works. Okay? That's just how it works. People get cemented in the way they see and read the Bible, and that's exactly the road they're going to go down, and they don't want to hear any other way. So anyway, that's it, brother. That's a couple more examples I want to push out there, and hopefully they work for you. Peace out. God bless.